Should we start with our favorite family?
The Davis family.
You can tell I'm used to doing 90 because I just said our favorite couple. And this is anything but a couple, and that's why we love this show.
Thruple.
It is a thruple going on a quadruple.
Yes. Quadruple.
Is that tough for you to do? And you're not even drinking. Quadruple.
This is I think this is the first time we're podcasting and I'm not drinking.
Let's see how that goes. It actually is a thruple situation we're getting into though, because it is sister date time. It is sister wives night out.
It is. April, Jennifer, and Danielle are gonna hit the coffee shop.
They're not drinking?
They're not drinking.
Is nobody drinking today? I'm drinking. I'll drink for all you guys.
drinking.
I'll drink for all you guys.
I'll be drinking later after I'm done with the driving thing.
We could get an Uber, but we're terrified of Ubers.
We don't do Ubers. But hey.
And forget about Lyft.
I can have fun regardless of me drinking or not. So that does not affect me whatsoever.
Let me say I am so glad that they went for coffee and didn't go for drinks, because we wouldn't have gotten the comic relief that is Danielle's milk froth mustache. Did you guys see that?
It was so good. But why it was so good is because of April and Jennifer were about to get into a serious conversation. and then you just looked at them like, with the foam on her lip, and then she just casually licked it off.
She let it linger, which is why it was hilarious. You know, because sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes you take a sip of a cappuccino, it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
But you just go.
We've drunk so many cappuccinos in Europe.
This is not a Euro podcast.
No, it's not, but I'm saying you don't even drink cappuccino. Really?
No, but
you've drunk so many of them, so I'm pretty sure you were in the same situation at some point.
Oh, I am certain. But what I actually think I do is and then I think I wipe it with my hand or a napkin. I don't know, but Danielle didn't, and thank God she didn't, because we both audibly laughed out loud.
It was so good, so good.
Yeah, okay, so they're all out on a date because it's time for them to get to know each other now that Nick has banged Danielle.
Yes. Did you get a feeling that it was a little awkward between the ladies at first?
It's always awkward. I think it's always awkward.
Well, I don't think it's awkward between the established couples or
Give me an example of a couple you don't think it's awkward between sisters.
The Davis family, but without Danielle.
I still don't buy it.
You don't buy it? I buy
watch
it.
the confessionals. And,
I do watch the confessionals.
And April, and even in the headshot version or the photo version of that still frame when the art card, the name card, April's holding on for dear life to Nick. And Nick's like, I got you, Jennifer. You're my main squeeze. I got you.
But you can tell from the communication and how they approach things, April is okay with it. She's the alpha of the family.
She knows she has no choice.
She's like, I banged Nick so many times. You guys go ahead and bang it out because I've done it so many times. And that's why I think she's okay with it.
I just think she knows that's how to make herself look like she has power, because believe me, they're going to do what they want to do regardless of whether April gives them permission or not. So at least now she gets to go, I had a say. I okayed this. Even though she is probably not that okay with it.
I mean, she is the alpha because I think she's the one who makes the most money, right?
Perhaps.
Unlike Nick, who makes
We know who makes
nothing.
the least. We know who makes the least amount of money.
Nick is just living his best life.
Just thinking. He's doing a lot of thinking.
He's doing thinking and about the space about aliens.
Particles, molecular. I wonder what he thinks about
everything.
I would love to hear his thoughts on the telescope that we just got the photograph of.
It's beautiful.
I would love to hear Nick's thoughts on that.
It's beautiful. And did you see the comparison of something we got years ago from a different telescope that's was amazing, but it's all blurry and it's if you look at it now.
It's so SD.
And now you see this. And oh my gosh, I saw a great meme. You ready? There was a meme of a person from a security camera and this photo of this space thing. And they're saying we can take a nice, beautiful, crisp photo that's millions and millions of miles away, but you cannot freaking take a clear photo on the security camera of a person who just, robbed a house.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Let's talk about the date. Danielle is telling them how it went. She goes, it went well.
Yes.
It was nice. And then she just stops talking. That's all she can say is like, it was nice, and then just stops.
But I have to say that Danielle seems way more mature than her age is. Like the way she talks.
She acts.
And the things she says.
She acts the way she looks because she doesn't look her age. Right?
That's true.
Her maturity level and her physical appearance are equal. But April picks up on the fact that Danielle doesn't have much to say other than it was nice. And April's like, well, you need to be able to express how you feel in a plural relationship. You can't bottle things up and keep things to yourself. You need to express. You got to let it all out.
And this is the family, unlike other families, unlike the Mayfield family, the Davis family are all equals. There is no hierarchy.
Okay.
They all sleep in the same bed.
Did they? When they went on that getaway?
Well, but that was not... Okay, there are 4 big-ass adults.
Yeah.
Big-ass just meaning they're adults. They're big adults, right?
Yeah.
They're not kids.
I'm just saying they still...
That was a queen-size bed. Like you and I sleep in a queen-size bed and it's like, me.
There was a room that had multiple beds in it. I think they could have all fit in it. I'm just saying, I think maybe the women are all equal. Nick is still the leader.
He wants to be, or he thinks he is.
He thinks he is.
He's not the leader. He's the thinker.
No, well, he thinks he's the leader.
I think April calls the shots.
Yeah, I mean, she is the original. She's the OG.
Yes, but overall, they are the most equal couple.
Okay.
Or thruple, whatever you pronounce it.
Thruple.
Thruple.
Yeah. You have thruple trouble.
I do. Yeah. It sounds like truffle and it makes me hungry.
Okay. So again, April is worried Danielle is not maybe verbalizing totally how she feels. And she says, it's natural to feel jealousy, but no, there's no hierarchy. No, you should be able to... I'm saying these are words. I'm telling you how I'm interpreting the words. Just because someone says something doesn't mean it's the truth.
But obviously, but I still read the body language. And I still think that these ladies are okay with this whole thing.
Okay. Then we get a little more insight into perhaps why Danielle is doing what she's doing. Why she's interested in a plural lifestyle.
It's because she doesn't have a family around.
She lives alone. Her family,
which is not bad living alone, right?
It's fine, but her family is, I think, hundreds of miles away.
She's like 900 miles away. She doesn't see them often. So she wants to do some family stuff. And I feel like it's okay to say that because there must be a reason why she's interested in the plural lifestyle. If family or feeling like you're part of a bigger family is the reason, I think that's okay.
Sure.
I think what's not okay was Bina's reason saying like, well, I was being cheated on, so if I'm in a plural relationship, I know who he's cheating with.
I'll know I'm being cheated
that's
on.
bullshit.
Sure.
That's bullshit.
Right. Instead of wondering, am I being cheated on? Oh no, I'm being cheated on.
No, that's total bullshit. But her reasoning makes sense.
Completely makes sense.
Yeah.
And as much as I scratch my head and go, are we sure they're not all banging each other here? It is called Sister Wives.
Yeah.
And so Danielle is looking for family in the way of a sister. And so, that's almost the definition of what we're doing here is we're building a larger family and giving you a sister.
Yeah, and they want babies, like all kinds of things.
So then Jennifer asks, how do you feel about sharing one bed? And Danielle, like Teresa, wonders to the camera, what bed is going to fit 4 grown adults?
Yes.
There may be some conflict here.
But she tells the ladies, like, absolutely, I'm fucking in.
I wouldn't mind at all.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's pick out some sheets.
It's going to be amazing.
Let's do it.
If they all were the size of a child, I would be like, okay, share a king size bed. But they're normal adults.
Have you ever watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? They're all in the same bed. They're all
Not
sleeping.
not the original one, only
yeah.
the one with, what's his name? Johnny Depp.
No, the original. The grandpa's in bed.
I've
right?
never seen
They're
it.
all laying in bed together, and he gets out and he does his dance.
I've never seen
shucking and
it.
jiving. Oh,
I love
let's
the
watch
Johnny
it.
Depp version.
Let's watch it. It's
Really?
good. Yeah. Okay, so what was and still is my favorite week of MAFs is happening now on Seeking Sister Wife. The Getaway. The Getaway.
The Getaway.
The group Getaway.
Yes.
April suggests a little getaway for the weekend.
So they can all try the whole bed thing.
So the next day we see them all packing for this weekend getaway. And they keep calling it a staycation, a
I
weekend.
know.
If you're leaving your home, it's not a staycation.
It's a getaway if it's just for a weekend.
Yeah, it's a weekend Literally, the term staycation, I think, was created because you're staying put.
Well, okay. I've heard people using the word staycation when you stay in a hotel or somewhere in your town. Like, let's say in New York City, it was on Good Morning America. There was like this couple saying like, yeah, it's, we don't have time or like the money to travel anywhere, but we still want to kind of get away. So living in Manhattan, we're going to go to Brooklyn for the weekend. And they called it the staycation.
Weird. Okay.
They stayed like a nice boutique little hotel exploring Brooklyn. You can get there on the subway in 20 minutes, but why
They
not?
didn't stay. So small town Connecticut, John, growing up, we would call a staycation, oh, we're just going to stay at home, hang out in the backyard.
Well, that's a staycation too.
Yeah.
That's just, but I feel like there is another name for a staycation if you stay in your town.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say if they went somewhere for the weekend, even if it's half an hour outside the town, that's a getaway.
Exactly.
Right?
If you have to get in the car and go somewhere, you're
Yeah.
not staying. You're going. So go. And they do. And which brings me to the second moment of this episode that I audibly laughed out loud.
What?
When Nick fell out of the door